From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Andrew Adams.
Yesterday felt a lot more like May in Oklahoma than mid-June. Check out this, actually in the Texas Panhandle. This is in Canadian Texas. This storm did make it into Oklahoma and then fizzled out. Brandon Pennell got this time lapse. You can see, I mean, look at all that upward motion on that. That is just so awesome to look at. So cool. Low precipitation supercell there out in Canadian Texas. Gorgeous time lapse. Great job by all of our trackers that we had out yesterday. They were all across the state. Some of them, like Brandon, in the Texas Panhandle for a minute. Also had some friendly viewers send us Ring doorbell camera. Check that back there. Look at that. That's all power flashes as the damaging winds and severe storms entered southwest Oklahoma City. The trash can down there is not having a great time, and I don't think a lot of those trees are having a great time, but those power flashes were almost nonstop that entire video. We got tons and tons of video in over the past 24 hours with these severe storms. Marty Logan got this yesterday, last night in Stillwater. This was nearly at midnight. That tree broken in front of a business there, and you can tell even from this shot, that's a wide tree branch there. And like I said, that was around midnight. Marty Logan is back with us this morning. He's in Laverne checking out damage there. Marty, you've got a view of a house there. Can you explain to people what's going on with that house right there in your shot?
Sure, Andrew. Yeah, right here on the main road in Laverne, and you can see that tree's been torn up pretty good, but I want you to look at this right here. This is about a 6 to 8 inch limb, the diameter of that limb, and it is right down through the roof of that house. So there is a lot of damage here in town. I'm going to go around and find some more. I've got a report of a barn that was tore up, so there's a lot of stuff tore up here, but people are starting to get out. There is no power on in Laverne, so they're having to deal with that also. Back to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Marty. Yeah, that's an incredible shot and goes to show you the power of these storms. You know, they break some trees and then that can happen. You can get a tree right through your roof. On the flip side, though, there is at least something good with the storms that we got, and that is rainfall. Again, rainfall is really great when you compare to this time last year to now. Drought has lessened a lot. Many of us got anywhere from a ½ inch to an inch of rainfall. Broad swaths got 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rainfall from northwest Oklahoma to northeast, even areas across the southwest. And then you look at Oklahoma City, and we kind of got gypped, less than 1/10 of an inch of rain for us here. So some got a lot, some didn't get much at all. A lot of people got a lot of wind. Damaging wind reports go across the entire state yesterday as those thunderstorms moved across. Anything that we've seen left, that's down in southeast Oklahoma. Those are the last storms. Those are on their way out. Everyone else seeing some sunshine today. It's going to be gorgeous, nice and dry this afternoon. An awesome one to celebrate with your dads out there, or just go out and enjoy anyways. If you're not celebrating anything, go hang out at the pool. Do something nice. It's going to be a gorgeous afternoon today. Very comfortable, but then that summer heat starts to turn on, and we've got a pattern change that arrives as high pressure starts to really build up. We don't get the jet stream over us anymore. The jet stream's a little bit diverted. It's farther up to the north. So most of the storm action this week is up in the high plains. It's not until later in the 9-day that I think we get this to break down just a little bit more, and we'll get the jet stream a little bit closer. That could give us some potential rain and thunderstorms by the time we get into late next weekend and early next week. But overall, on the 9-day, we will notice the heat a little bit more. Afternoons in the 90s across many of the days ahead, even getting close to the mid-90s here in Oklahoma City on Tuesday at 94. So we are going to get hot today. We're not going to be that hot, mid-80s for many of us, but you'll notice our UV index is going to be up there. So if you are doing anything outside to enjoy sunscreen, it's important. Those sunburns will happen rather quick if you're not putting on sunscreen. UV index 9 to 10. Sunburn in 15 minutes or less on unprotected skin. And there is the sun. It is unimpeded on our Integris camera on our Lucky Star Skycam network. 61 degrees out there. It's cool early on as we have a northwest breeze. We're in the lower 60s all across the metro, 60 right now in El Reno, with some upper 50s still up to the northwest. But for the most part, we're in the 60s. We warm up into the 80s this afternoon, 84 Oklahoma City to Stillwater, 84 in Alva, 85 out in Woodward. Could be in the low 90s down in far southwestern Oklahoma, but no one especially hot today. And then overnight, we'll be a little bit warmer than this morning. We're back in the mid 60s for the start of our Monday. And then Monday afternoon, that's when we notice things start to tick up a little bit. 92 Oklahoma City, Stillwater, pushing 100 down in Altus, mid 90s all the way out into the Panhandle. It's a hot wind out of the south and southeast, and that hot wind continues as we head toward the summer solstice, which is Wednesday. And with the note of the summer solstice coming up, guess what that means?
Hundreds, 90s,
well,
all the above.
Let's not focus on the bad things.